keep up, and like don't don't not look into something because of everybody else's eyes are on it, or don't be prone to it because nobody's talking about it. Do your own research.
RapDillz pills and exclusive. Come slide.
My guy Ohzhe, welcome, man.
Peace.
Welcome to RapDillz. Welcome to the HQ, bro.
Peace, bro. Thank you for having me.
Word. How you doing? How's everything been?
Everything's good, man. I'm just trying to figure it out. Baby steps, you know what I'm saying? Studying more than creating. Like, I'll write a song every now and then, but I'm more focused on the business and learning about the spaces that that's about to expand in the next few years. So.
Oh yeah, we gotta get heavy into that. Talking about crypto, the music scene, and what's happening.
NFTs, all that.
Let's start from the beginning, though, man. So like I just called you Ohzhe. That's not your actual rap name, right? But let's break down your rap name. What's your rap name?
My rap name is Ohzhe.
Ohzhe. Okay.
My real name is Ozymandias.
All right.
Ozymandias is a Greek god, or let's just say King Ramses wanted to be called that before he died. King Ramses II. Percy Shelby wrote a poem about it. I can't break it down full, but the poem revolves around the collapse of an empire. A lot of I don't think my dad or my mom really knew that much about it, but as years went on and people started to deconstruct the poem, that's what they pulled from it. So it was the poem meant the collapse of an empire, but the name means Kings of Kings.
Wow, 'cause that's not a common name. That's a very unique name. So your parents had to be woke on some type of level at that point to even name you that. And it makes sense why you are the way you are.
We're born.
You feel like you got some of that from your parents?
Oh, of course. My dad is he's a low key kind of guy, but he always has his gems about him. Always has mad wisdom, and he moves like a king. So me and him, I have his name, so I'm a junior.
Oh, you're a junior.
Yeah,
wow. Oh,
yeah.
That's dope to know. That's dope to know. So even with the legacy, your rap name is basically your name.
So Ozymandias is my real name. Ohzhe is just a breakdown. I got tired. Well, I'll just bring it to this part. There's so many parts of it. So one of the main reasons that people will botch the name before I got on stage, Ozymandias, and people would just not say the right name, and it would get tiring, have to correct them every time.
Right.
So my childhood name growing up, everybody called me Ohzhe because they didn't know how to say the full name. So instead of spelling it Ohzy, I spelled it Ohzhe to give it a nice little breakdown on how to say the name.
Okay.
So yeah.
That makes sense. And music. So you're a hip hop artist. Are you from upstate?
Born and raised Albany, New York.
Born and raised Albany, New York. What got you into music and just working with the pen on the level that you are?
Started when I was in fifth or sixth grade, doing creative writing. I would create stories about. Every time I talk about it, I would create stories about villains, but I would make them good guys. And for instance, I would turn Jason and Freddy Krueger to detectives. To combat my fear to sleeping in the dark and my nightmares and stuff. So it's just tricking my mind. So whenever I would dream about them, I wouldn't be afraid. Now it just grew. I laugh at horror movies and I pretty much chill in the dark often.
That's so wow,
yeah, the mind's powerful.
Wow, it started with a purpose of something to help you and
led into poetry. I found a Tupac poem book. Was it a book of poems? It was something with Tupac and then Muhammad Ali, and then I was I want to try rapping. My dad was always playing Wu-Tang, Biggie, X, Pac. My mom was always listening to Lauryn Hill, Mary J. Blige. So I wanted to try my pen. I wanted to try my hand at it, and I would write over it was ironic because Nick said the same thing. He would write over the instrumentals or write over the artists. My remember how they used to sell the mixtapes at the corner stores?
Yep.
And how the DJs would mix it with different songs on top of it?
Yep.
That's how I would try to write my songs over those.
Wow.
And then we got the internet, and then Motherfuckers got LimeWire. I just start going crazy, downloading mad beats, mad instrumentals. You ain't a real one if you ain't get the Bill Clinton. Word.
It's crazy. That's crazy. So, but this started at an early age because I also have like a connection. What age, like how early did you start rapping? Was it like 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th
I want to
grade?
say when I started rapping, whenever AOL came out, around that time, because that's when the LimeWire came.
Because, so this is something, I don't think I ever told you this, but my little sister, she moved to Florida at a young age. But my little sister Lana, it had to be like 2014, 15, like that far back, maybe even before. But she hit me up one time and she knew I was doing music videos out here. And she was like, yo, Dill, you need to lock in with my friend from school. He's a great rapper. He's so good. His name is Ohzhe. Da-da-da-da. And she was just going in about you and about your music. And I'm like, this kid has to be some type of special. If my little sister, because like, they all know I'm into it, but she was hitting me like directly like, bro, lock in with this kid. He's good. He's good. I don't know if you remember my sister.
Oh, 100%. She dated my cousin Steven.
Stevens.
They were together for years.
Okay.
And we would always hang out together, And she was around when I first started getting my music, like getting it going. When I started rapping to like, I had this group where I was with 2 other people, Trell and David.
Okay.
And we were called Anonymous or Get Money All Stars. So cringy, but. And at that time, I was writing songs about like just being like a high schooler, like a middle schooler. I wrote the song called Long Summer Nights about like my girlfriend, and then that eventually evolved into songs like people's favorite. What was that one? I did the Run This Town instrumental by Jay-Z, Kanye, and Rihanna, and I called it Mr. 2012. I was bro, my name was Millie Smooth at the time. For the real ones who really know, my rap name was Millie Smooth. I had like a group called Team Smooth back in the day. It was like a group of us, me, Shadre, Liana, Nilka, Dondre, Deidre, all of my, like, it was a time, man. It was an interesting time, high school.
The start of it though. You obviously was getting some people's attention because you were being recommended by people and stuff like that. So seeing that to now, I understand why my sister hit me up like, yo, lock in with this kid because you different with the pen.
Appreciate that.
Very different with the pen.
Thank
Where
you.
Do you think you get your style from? Like just even your rapping style, because the thing I say about you is that you're a great song maker.
Thank you.
And not a lot of people that's that lyrical could make these songs in that way, like songs, and you feel me? It's like it's more of the lyrical side, but you have both of those. Where do you think you get that from? Who are you influenced by the most in this music thing?
Then or now?
Now, just the evolution of it to your style.
From going back, Biggie was a great song. I would say he was a good songwriter. He had flows for days, but he could write a song. Pac. I listen to a lot of Outkast. Like Andre 3000 is one of my favorite rappers of all time.
Making sense.
You know what I'm saying?
Sense, yeah.
Then Nas, Jay, and then as it progressively went on, it became Kendrick, Cole. I'll throw Wale in there, even though I don't listen to him, but the same aesthetic to like having poetry and being able to connect with the woman audience, because I think that's vital. Yeah, and there's, I guess we're in there like Cole, Kendrick, Wale, Hove, Andre 3000, Lauryn Hill. Oh my God, bro! Like Mary J. Like all my influences growing up, just, and my mom also did music. She ain't do music, but she wrote and she sang, but she never had a chance to like pursue it because she had me. So like, just being around her, listening to her sing and watching her write, I guess that's where it came, like I became more confident with it, I suppose.
Okay.
That and just listening to everybody.
Okay. And that makes sense. I definitely, when you said the Andre thing, not for any specific reasons, but I see like just hearing your music and Andre, not that it's the same, but I could see where you would get
It's the
that
flow.
level of influence from. He's a very high frequency rapper.
Mm.
I don't know. I definitely see that.
Thank you.
That
That's a compliment, man. That man's
Word.
his verse on No More Part, was it No More Parties? The shit that he just did with Kanye.
Life of a Party.
Oh my God, bro. Bro, the way he breaks, he I like Andre, the fact that he can bring you, he really knows how to bring you into the verse.
Like you watching a movie, right?
Yeah, like,
Crazy.
yeah, 16, when 16s ain't enough. Yo, that, I don't know, bro. This is fire. Andre is elite. Yeah.
Painting pictures. So, 2021 going into 2022, you said you're figuring out kind of a rebrand, learning the business side of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you mastered the creative of it, even though you're gonna keep getting better and better. But it's like you basically mastered the creative side, and now you said you're mastering the other side of it. Could you break that down a little bit?
So right now I'm in a space of just being a student. Like I'm trying to learn this from as many people as possible when it comes to the business aspect. Like I can meet artists all day, you know what I mean, who I'm pretty sure either I can wrap circles around or I can learn or still sharpen still. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't really meet too many people who are business savvy when it comes to the music. So I've been doing diligence and watching people like Wendy Day and Ditto Music. Wendy Day, she ran like the Rap Coalition. It's still going right now. They help a lot of artists with their platforms and helping them brand in and promote their music and stuff. So I've been trying to learn more aspects of like the publishing, branding, the promotion, marketing. Did I say promotion twice?
What? So good.
Nah, man. So yeah, it's just taking more time to study than to keep creating, because I know I can rap already. Let me see what else I can do. That and the visuals. The visuals is the most important. Where I am fucking terrible. Maybe you can help me out with that.
Definitely.
Because I don't know how to write like what he said. He said you don't have like your storyboard ready when you go to a director. I'm pretty sure there's a few videographers who had a hard time working with me because I'm just like, well, let's just do this. But that's because I don't really sit with my idea. I just be like, let's just go.
Yep.
Let's just see what we get.
Yep.
Type of thing. You know, it can't always work like that.
Yep. You're making it more of a collaboration where like I'm the writer, you bring it to life type thing. So it's not a wrong thing that you don't come with the storyboard and all that, because hiring a video director or a videographer, that is a collaboration, just like collabing with somebody on a record. Like you bring what you bring to the table, they bring what they bring to the table. So I definitely get, you're not wrong for not bringing that to the table. Like it's art, and you're giving the videographer like the opportunity to see that art in his way, as well as tell the story that you're trying to tell in the song. So I definitely get what you're saying. But you're very hands-on. Like, don't you like shoot some of your videos yourself, or for other?
For the most part,
cover art and all of this type of stuff.
For the most part, it's me, my fiance, and my brother Jamato. We're not a team, but like I know that I can go to them if I need an extra hand. I do most of my stuff, like I was shooting my videos off my iPhone for like a few months, and then doing a lot of stuff off my iPhone. I just invested in a camera, and then I got a gimbal, and just like getting those pieces later on. But I can't say that I'm a one-man army no more. I got people. I just gotta learn how to utilize my people around me and my resources, because facts.
I definitely understand now. I'm in the same boat. Building a team around you and all of that, I definitely understand that. Projects wise, once you get the like what you're working on now, as far as the business side and the branding side, when could the fans expect a new project from you, or even a single?
I'm not gonna say nothing, only cause like I want to make sure I have everything together first before I even start speaking that out. So right now it's just singles, and if I make a good song, I'm gonna try to like make it as the best quality as possible, shoot a video for it, and just focus on the small things first rather than a whole collective project, because the way I envision my projects, I can't do them because I have my brother be like, "Yo, you can't do all this grandiose shit first. You got to slow it down and you got to start doing this and this and this." So I'm trying to focus on the little things first and then work my way up to the big, whatever.
Yep. And your brother's a creative as well, right?
Yeah, Jamato Akira.
He's a producer?
Nah, he right now he's heavy in the like graffiti art and digital art.
Okay.
So his focus is just, that's where his realm is. That's where he's trying to tackle. Or
yeah, he's a dope person, good energy every time I meet him.
yeah, quiet dude.
Another brother that's into the creative space.
That's whole facts. Right? Yeah.
Facts. Something that we both had in common. You were a part of the Albany Barn. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing I say about the Albany Barn is that it helped me focus on my creative a lot and being a creative without having to have the stress of a huge rent bill or stuff like that at the end of the month and all that. Like, it definitely helped me get to the next level as a creative, because and being put into a nice space like that. Do you think the Barn had an impact on your career as an artist?
Absolutely. It was my first apartment, like, by myself.
Wow, nice.
So I was able to cultivate everything that I wanted to cultivate as an artist. And it put me in a position to understand what it is to be an independent artist and having to do things not solo, but just to get the groundwork going, get the foundation going. That's where I created the Vault 7 Media. That's where I got, I started having studio sessions for people. I started doing video shoots there, photo shoots, all types of stuff. So yeah, it helped create that foundation to where I'm trying to go towards now.
Dope. And it's definitely a good place for collaboration. You actually collaborated with another person that's a part of the brand.
Chaz Money.
Chaz Money, right?
That's my guy.
Let's talk about how that collaboration came about, because there's a story behind it as well, and about synesthesia, right? Is that what it's called?
See, he brung that to me.
Okay.
He came to me, like, so we will always see each other in passing, like how me and you would be like, oh, we gotta work. Yep. And then like one day I was working, I had finished a verse to a song. It was produced by Nicholas Craven. And I just finished my verse for it, and I had an open part to it. So I seen him, I'm like, yo, bro, I just finished this track. Let me know what you think. It would be dope to have you on it. He was like, let me hear the beat. I let him hear the beat. And then he told me after I finished, because I didn't finish recording it, I had finished writing it. He told me once I finished recording it, let him know what color I saw. So I told him, I forgot what the color was.
I think it was orange.
Orange. And he was like, he saw the same thing. So we connected and built on that, and he came, he delivered, bro. He delivered.
That's right. I can't wait till the world hears that.
We gotta get that video done. I'm trying to do it with you, by the way, so.
Let's go.
Big facts.
I'm with it. I'll be honored to do that. Let's go. Yeah, so is there any other people that you collaborated with recently from upstate, or just in the industry period?
I just collaborated with Pesci. It's my guy. Yeah. I got one with ADG. I got one with Knuckles Brim. I got some with Marcel. My boy Cell, he go by Cell. I got some with Veli. I've been working on features all year. Right now. Yeah, I've been going.
City right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying my best. So if anybody trying to work, let me know, because once I get in album mode, it's clip.
You know how that goes.
Word.
Yeah, man, yeah. And just, now that you get into business and stuff, right? We talking in the future, like, get your project ready, get your shit popping. Say a label approached you with a situation. Is that an ideal thing for you? Like, I ask everybody this question in a way, like, deal or no deal, rap deal or no rap deal.
Yeah, I think it'd be
not to block your blessings, but what's your vision?
To learn, like, it's a learning experience. If I get offered a deal, if I would want the deal to be good on both ends. Like, I don't want to be giving too little, but I also don't want to be cut too short on what I'm able to get. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be able to meet halfway with not only my potential, but also with my resources. Because I know that's something that goes along with being an artist, is that when certain artists get these deals, they don't have a team behind them. So the label or whatever they're signing with, they get that team for them, and they take that money away, and they think that's their money, but they end up becoming in debt. So that's why I'm learning how to own my own and do my own. But if I, like I said, if I get offered a deal, I'm not gonna say no, but it has to be a good deal.
That makes sense for you.
Yeah.
Writing wise, could you ever see yourself writing for another artist, giving your art to another artist to perform?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've written, because I ran a music program for Albany Public Library a few years ago.
That's dope.
And some of the kids who would come in didn't know how to write their songs. So I would give them a few bars and give them the flow pattern to go off of. And I feel like essentially that's just what it is being a ghostwriter, is that you give a template of something that they can go off of and they create more, because they're not an artist for no reason. They're not there for no reason. And I think that would, if I was a ghostwriter in a part of a camp, I think that would help develop an artist even more. I'll give you this template for you to work off of, and let me see what you come back with. If it's fire, I'll let you know. If it's dirt, that's on you, because, you know what I'm saying, that's your song. So, yeah, I could definitely see myself writing for somebody.
That's a great way to look at it. Let's talk about your media company, Folk 7. How did that come about, and, like, what's the vision for that?
So, Vault 7.
My bad, did I say it right?
Vault 7. Nah, you did. So Vault 7, the name came from this video game I played called Fallout. I love.
Okay, what that game?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games. It's an RPG about living in an apocalypse, and you can't. So what they did was they put people in these vaults where they can survive before the bombs dropped and took out everything. So people lived there. They were called the Vault Dwellers. And I think it was Fallout 3, which was Vault 7. 7 is my favorite number. I have it tatted. My son was born in room 7. There's so many things that ties with the number 7 that goes back to it. So it's like Vault 7 Media. I just had to combine everything that all my influences into it. Where I see it going, I can't really say. I'm trying to push it in a direction where I'm able to help people produce the product that they want to do, while also having our spin and creative touch to it.
Dope. And I see you mentioned video games. Are you like the anime video games? Is that something you're like into heavily?
Yeah, to a degree. It's my safe space. It's a place that I go to where I want to decompress. Aside from the gym, because I go to the gym to get the physical, but I'll go to video games and anime or movies for the downtime and the inspiration for things.
I feel like that's so important. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm too heavy into video games. I try to be, but I'm heavy into like Marvel and shit like that. I feel like when I tap into those, it puts me into a whole nother world. Like, kind of how like video games do for people, how comics do for some people, how whatever it is that people do. But I think it goes deeper than just like fun. I think as humans, we need that. Do you think that's what that does for you?
Oh, 100%. There's certain animes that have that storyline that gives you that inspiration, that moral compass. Or like Yu Yu Hakusho is one, for instance. Like, the entire show is just him trying to become a greater version of himself. Same thing with Hunter x Hunter. It's just, or Dragon Ball Z. Like, Goku is always trying to work harder to be the best fighter ever. You know what I'm saying? So those are certain things that we can take and we can emulate in our lifestyles and as a source of inspiration, I feel like.
You're a fit person and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
what makes you just want to do that on the daily anyway?
I mean, I ain't fit yet. I'm getting there.
Okay.
What makes me want to work out on the daily, you said?
What motivates you to get it? It's hard.
Because I just want to look good. I want to feel good in my skin. Sometimes, insecurity is natural for humans, I feel like. So I feel like taking care of your body is the same way as taking care of your mental. So going in the gym, I'm able to push myself towards a limit and accomplish something and that gives it, instead of, let's say, like, instead of me smoking or drinking to get that feel of like rush or whatever, I try to go to the gym with it to get that feeling off, to get that rejuvenation back or whatever. Plus, it feels good to be around healthy people, like trying to push themselves too. It's the same thing like with being in the studio with other people. Like if you're in a studio, if I'm in a studio with Chaz, I know chances are I'm gonna write a dope ass fucking verse. And if I'm doing a 6 mile run with my brother, I know I'm gonna try to work to get to where he's at. Although I may not get there, at least I know I tried. So that's just, my brain operate like that.
Word. Let's talk into the future of this industry that we're in, and like the NFT and crypto space. Are you into that any?
I'm not too well rounded. I'm not too deep, but from what I saw, from what I'm learning, there's a lot that's gonna be shifting the culture soon, and that's gonna be taking people by surprise if they aren't catching up with what's going on now, in my opinion.
Right.
So they like
What do you think of NFTs and digital artwork and
it's the future, bro.
mixing it with the hip hop industry?
I think that's the future. I think that's the way to go, especially if you're trying to make some money, especially if you're an independent artist too, because you could take that and you could push it for your own, wherever you trying to go with it, whatever foundation you're trying to build.
Right.
So like, I know people who flipping NFTs right now, crazy, 6,000, 5,000, and they can take that and build a whole label with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it's all about what you do with it. Don't forget to write the shits off on your taxes too. Cause that's I don't think they ain't talking about that part.
So ill that you say that just now, because everybody that's talking about NFTs, that's the part that they leave out.
Yep.
And this information is key.
Yeah.
Like there's people making 100 racks, this flipping, day trading these.
You gotta
NFTs.
put that in your taxes.
Yeah.
Don't forget to put it in your taxes, cause that's what's gonna bite you in your
They're
ass.
coming for their money.
OD.
Right?
You're not getting that much money, and the IRS see you and you just good, nigga. They gonna question something. Put in your taxes, bro. Make sure you're not slipping. That's why I'm saying, like, cause you'll get all of these people who are so excited about the industry and what's about to happen, but they're not taking the little steps to look at the other details, as such as the taxes, the business. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't want to rush too much to get, because I know it's going to be profitable. I know it's going to be a great space, but it's also about the community of people, because I don't want to jump into a community I don't know nobody. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure I'm learning the people and learning the system, learning the money aspect, learning about the taxes, and just making sure I'm doing my part the right way, so that way I leave legacy and I have longevity.
Facts. And that's ill that you say legacy, because I think that the crypto and NFT space is kind of one of the newest illest ways to leave a legacy. Like, you could drop an NFT and that NFT is gonna live forever. You could drop an NFT and it could be, say you make it as part of your album and stuff like that. And that NFT is gonna be here until the end of time, and you could get a percentage of that NFT being sold to the next person and the next person until the end of time.
Yeah.
And so that revenue will be going to your kids.
And that the best part about it is like the fact that your fans can get paid off of what you do. So it's the more I eat, the more you eat.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's socialism. I don't know if that's socialism, but I feel like it was needed to get more people involved with the artist. I feel like there has always been a detachment from the artist. It makes you want to connect with the artist now. Like, I want to be able to connect with the originator of this product, so that way when they have more stuff coming out, I'm always in the loop.
Yep.
And not even just the fact that they can create really good shit or really good content, I'll be able to learn and I'll be able to adapt from those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that my fiance is drawing and she does digital art, the fact that my brother does digital art, those two people I feel like they're gonna be heavyweights within the NFT space because of where their minds are right now. So learning from them it's just gonna be more, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a threat, bro. Like, don't
be
let
a
me
threat.
start drawing, my nigga. Don't. Yeah.
It goes so deep because like us speaking about this on this platform, RapDillz, right now, the people that watch this, you're like, we're introducing them to what NFT is right now.
Yeah.
By having this conversation, and we're early, we're still learning and stuff like that. So, what's something you would tell the people that's watching, your fans, your supporters, the people that just watch my content just to watch it? What could you tell them about the metaverse, the cryptocurrency, and like NFTs? That something to get them into it, just to know like this is the future. This is the internet when the internet was first being made. Kind of how like our parents.
It's
like,
all written. It's been written, bro. It's been written. You just gotta follow the steps. They've been talking about NFTs for the fucking longest. Like, it may not have been in that certain language, but it's always been there for us to follow suit. So what I would say is just keep up and like don't not look into something because of the everybody else's eyes are on it, or don't be prone to it because nobody's talking about it. Do your own research and study it. Like I can't really give you everything that I know because I don't really know that much. What I know is it's non-fungible token. You get it on a blockchain. There's a few people that there's a few sites where you can go and buy NFTs with Ethereum. You can take Ethereum, you can flip it, but it's all a matter of what you want to do and what you want to learn. Study the shit, man. Yeah. It's gonna, the meta thing, the whole Facebook shit. Yep. That's just another way to introduce NFTs, and that's just another way for them to, because they see it as something as to getting. Before we even get deeper into that, could you say like Fortnite and how they did the buying the extra skins and buying the extra NFT. Those are NFTs, right? See, that's the same way they're gonna play it, but they're gonna play it in a way where it's more like everybody's not playing Fortnite, but everybody's on Facebook. And so they're gonna.
Sorry to cut you off. That goes back to what you were saying about the creative and first the business side. What we're doing, we're trying to learn the back end of this, but our kids and the younger people that's playing Fortnite and stuff, they're never gonna call it an NFT or this or that. They're gonna look at it like
skins.
This is regular life. It's just a skin. It's just a this. It's just a that. And it's all digital art, but like it's that. So like
V bucks. V-Bucks, what's the shit that you get on 2K?
Cryptocurrency, basically.
What's the shit you get on 2K?
I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
Also cryptocurrency. It's all been in front of our faces the entire time. It's been written. Yep. So they're gonna keep, and the more they keep pushing forward, the more we just gonna be left. We either gonna be left behind or we catching up. So like, due diligence, because this is gonna save a lot of people in the future unless inflation gets worse. Because I feel like right now, $1,000 ain't really shit, bro. Don't get mistaken. To some people, $1,000, it can change your entire life. It can change your entire day depending on how you do it. But with the price of living going up, it doesn't really mean anything. So I feel like the more we are able to get money quicker, and especially through art, they're either gonna raise the price of living. And this is all speculation. I'm not trying to sound like no social, I'm just the way I see shit. The more we're quicker to get money, the more they're gonna raise the price of living, and the amount of money you spend on certain shit is not gonna matter. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be paying $5,000 for an NFT. I ain't even gonna get all. Try to make examples of shit. Just be mindful about your spending. Financial literacy is important. That's another thing that people aren't telling artists, is that we need to focus more on our financial literacy and how to save money rather than spend it. Learning what you're good at and amplifying what you're good at, so that way you can sustain an income, and using your talent as a means to meet new people and to promote what you are trying to do for your platform.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Boom.
That's it.
Facts.
That's it, bro. That's it. And now that the world is opening back up, I actually been at a few shows with you, and you've done a few shows recently, right? Show wise, I think we're getting into a space to where, just speaking on the metaverse and just live shows, period. Say you get booked 3 years from now for like a show in the metaverse, to where kind of how Travis Scott been in Fortnite. Like, put on your goggles, the Oculus goggles, and like everybody in a different room, and you're performing, but it's for your fans, and it actually feels like you're there. Like, how do you feel about that part of the?
I don't know. It seems too matrixy, man.
I feel like that's where we're going with.
It takes away. It is all right. Technologically, it's beautiful, right? It's dope to be able to be like, oh, I'm putting on these goggles and I'm in my living room and I'm performing for thousands of people as fucking Reptar. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, this is so cool. But that takes away from being a human and connecting with the people in the crowd. That's what my favorite part about being an artist is. It's performing. I love being on stage. I love interacting with people. I love acknowledging that one person who is really, really in tune with what I'm saying and my performance, and connecting with them on I feel, a spiritual level. Because it's like, you're not gonna resonate with like that with too many people. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers was crying when Michael Jackson just did a spin and kicked his foot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like grown men passing out. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not saying I want that type of power, but that type of energy works on a spiritual level. And having that, being able to connect with people like that helps with the evolution of human beings, I feel like. But I feel like they're trying to remove us away from that, because I get it. I don't know, bro. It's wicked. It's spooky. It's just wicked. But it's so dope. It makes me feel like, this is some trippy shit. It makes me feel like we already got the goggles on now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just in a simulation about to go into another simulation. You know what I mean? So like, I'm not prone against it, because I like it as I like it as a feature to life. But I feel like people will be using that as a means to just live life. And that's going to take away from a lot. Scary, man. I feel that's why I want to be able to help remove my son from the iPad and remove him from the screens. And like, we would go on hikes before COVID. Or no, as a matter of fact, during COVID, we was going on hikes. And I was trying to teach him the importance of nature and how this is how we thrive. This is being around water, being around trees is how we survive. And the more we get into our phones, the more we get into being stuck behind a screen, the more we're detached from reality. Motherfuckers don't even know themselves. And social media is giving them 6 different personalities that they can't even keep up with. And that's so real. Bro, and they swear they know shit. They swear they know everything, but and then they're finally met with reality, and then they get stuck. Oh shit. Oh shit, people are looking at me right now. I get it. Social anxiety is a thing. I will never take that. I get social anxiety. I can't be around too many people at once, or like before I would go to a show or perform and then I would leave just because like I didn't want to be around people. But COVID if there's one thing that COVID taught me, is that we need each other more than anything. And we need each other based off of, especially if we need each other for the fact that we're creative. You know what I mean? That's how we're innovative. That's how we create things. That's how we create systems. That's how we thrive. So, yeah.
And let's talk about the place that we from, upstate, over in New York. What do you think the upstate music scene, the entertainment scene, period, what do you think is missing? Because
I've been waiting for this question.
we're both tapped into like Griselda and what they did for Buffalo. Like they got people all across the country traveling to Buffalo, mainly for them and shit like that. What do you think that the upstate music scene is missing to get?
We need new and different acts. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Artist wise, and I'm not, because we have artists. All right, I'm gonna use myself as an example. I can't open up for the baby, and this is not on no salty shit. This is just, let's be realistic and logic, right? Me opening up for the baby or Megan Thee Stallion does not make sense, does it? No, right? If you bring artists up here who are in that market, Vince Staples, shit, you can even go Buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like these, although they're not super popular, there are people out here that know about those people. And you can introduce a new wave of artists that you didn't even know that was fucking, you know what I'm saying? There's so many artists out here who have the potential to be and excel the same way Knuckles Brim is, but they're not given the platform to. You know what I mean? Because of that's one thing bro is so wise. Knuckles is wise as hell. Because we're in the studio, and it's something I learned from him. He's like, I want to do this rap shit. I want to do this rap shit because this is where his heart is at. He loves the rap. He loves the rap shit. But the drill aspect or the trap aspect is what people care about more often. It's what people pay money to see. He says, like, I'm gonna do both at the same time. But I'm gonna loop you in with this shit, but I'm gonna hit you over the head with the shit I really want to do. There's artists who don't get that opportunity because their only focus is being that one artist, and they can't, because he's a real dude. Everybody else don't got that lifestyle, so everybody else is not gonna bring in that crowd. Nobody's gonna bring. I'm not gonna say I can't bring in the people who work for their shit, or you know what I'm saying, like the hustlers, or the street people, because I feel like I can connect with everybody. But there has to be a platform for artists who do that, so that way they can feel more free in expressing themselves in that lane, as opposed to diluting what they do and or lying to themselves to fit into a mold that they don't fit in. My opinion, we need more I keep saying this shit. I'm gonna beat this. We need more platforms where artists are able to express themselves the way they want to, not the way you want them to. I feel like if motherfuckers if they was able to get Ab-Soul, you can get Ab-Soul or Schoolboy Q. You opening doors for artists who fit in that lane. You could get
somebody like you would have to be on that show.
You know what I'm saying?
This makes sense.
They're limiting the space of the artist, which is fine because that's the market, that's the game, that's how you play. I'm not mad at that. But to answer the question, you gotta have a platform for artists who are in that space to bring awareness to other artists that are here, so that way they can flourish too. Everybody can eat. Everybody can eat. And it's just a matter of who gives a fuck. A lot of people don't give a fuck because they just want money. They want to get people to come out to the show, spend that bread, and get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's part of the game.
That's how it is.
Word.
And not even on a local tip, just on a full industry tip, what's some platforms that you're waiting to get on, or some artists that you're waiting to collaborate?
RapDillz.
Let's go.
I'm ready. I'm on RapDillz. I made it, baby. Fuck is you talking about? I'm here. Let's go. That's a goal. Nah, G shit, bro. I've been wanting to get on RapDillz for the longest. I've been wanting to shoot a video with you. I'm ready to tap in. I'm glad I'm here. I want to lock in with other platforms that aren't in the city. So I'm looking to collaborate more with people outside of here. I want to do different. I want to get on podcasts where motherfuckers is talking about life, bro. Like because I feel like I'm way more than just my music, and people just put you in that box because that's what they see you do, but they don't ask you questions. Like you asking me questions, but any other, you also, how long you been, you know what I'm saying? Like the typical, yeah. So like, I want to be like the Roommates podcast is such a dope podcast. I fuck with them. What is it? The Man Cave? The Man Cave is a good podcast. Prince O'Donnell, he has his own. He has Jumpin' Jack's Tax. I follow him. And it's probably more than I can't think of off the bat because I'm put on the spot. But like, I want to connect more with people and build more relationships with people outside of my music because I feel like once people get a know of who your character is, they'll be more invested into what you want to do, as opposed to just, you know what I mean? Like, I could rap all day, but what else? Who else am I to you?
Yep.
Big facts.
That makes sense. And just speaking on these other podcasts, like, we're in a space right now. We already been in the information age, but now it's like the platform age. Like, if you got something to say, make your own podcast. If you got something to say, make your own network, yourself like that. Like, you ever see yourself get into that space where you like, fuck it?
Hell yeah.
And asking the right questions. Let me make my own
Hell yeah.
podcast.
Me and my fiance talk about it. Me and my brother talk about it. We always talk about doing our own podcast. It's just a matter of doing it.
Yeah.
Because we have good conversations. We just we either don't record them or we just don't have the space to do them just yet. Excuse me. So like, I planned on reaching out to like Collective Effort and building with them more often. Shout out to Jamel, shout out to Patrick. Those are my people. Reaching out more and building with them and seeing what I could bring to them. Because I feel like that's another reason why I don't reach out to people, is because I feel like I want to bring more to the table outside of what I already do. And I feel like some people only associate me with just rapping, and they don't really look at the aspect of me being able to man a camera or to do photos. You know what I'm saying? So like, I have to be able to communicate that with them. So that's just how my brain operates. So like I said, before we even started, I was like, yo, bro, I'm willing to learn if you're willing to teach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to be around you, study the game, help you more, and do it be an intern, you know what I mean? Just to build and just to have an understanding on how the operation works. And not only that, build and put my energy in behind something too, because I know I have a lot to offer.
That's very humbling that you even say that. And,
Or,
whenever you're ready, I'm ready. So being that, because we was talking before about how kind of even got into the space I'm in. Name 2 to 3 people. It don't gotta be in music, but two to three people that you admire to the level, or that you respect to the level that you will work for them for free.
Cool.
To get into the door that you want to get in. That's in the industry.
Oh, that's fire ass question. That's a fire question. Hove. I definitely would work for Hove for free. I say you. Does it count if I say you?
You could.
All right, you.
Thank you so much, man. Word.
Hove, you. Whew, that's a good question. Gary V. Yup. I'm gonna say Gary V, because his brain is quick. Like, he think quick, and he always on top of things. So I feel like I'm a conduit to my environment. So anybody I'm around, I'll pick up the strongest attributes of who they are, and I'll apply it to who I am already. I'm already great, but I'm applying your greatness to my greatness. So that just makes me even greater. See what I'm saying? So like, I feel like if we emulate that off each other, then it's just gonna keep building and building and building and building. So that's just how I operate, how I think.
That's fire.
Word.
And once again, I appreciate that.
I'm here, man, showing love, bro. That's what we're supposed to do.
What do you think? And just as us as black men in America, in the space and the times we're in, how do you think what we do for a living could influence or make a change in a positive way? Like, what's some things we could do having a platform? You being an influencer and an artist whose words are so powerful. What do you think, like, Do you think we could really make an impact by what we're doing?
Yeah. So I work with Snug. So like I don't know if too many people know that I work with Snug.
For the people that don't know, you could break down what that is.
Snug is should never use guns backwards. I work for Snug out in Troy. So we were leaders leading Troy's youth. And I remember having a conversation with one of the directors, and he was a director. He came in and he asked, like, we were going back and forth about how some kids are so lost in the mind state that they're in regarding the streets. And my perspective was you have to reach the ones who aren't so deep into it, because each one teach one. It makes it easier us being black men and being relatable to change the way, change the thinking, to change the group norms. You know what I'm saying? You owning this space. A lot of black kids is not gonna see that. They see white people owning spaces.
Right.
They see Chinese and the Ox holding spaces.
Right.
They don't see black people holding spaces.
Right.
So that, yes, being relatable, being confident, being authentically yourself is what changes everything for it just flows, and not having to force it. Like you're not going out there and be like, hey, little nigga, change your life. You leading by example. Like, yo, this is who I am. This is how I got here. I can show you what I'm doing. If you fuck what I'm doing, then pull up, be an intern. Here's your 3 tasks for the day. Here's your goals for the day. And teaching, was a beautiful question. As black men, it's just natural for us, man. Like not even just black men, black women too. Like our culture, our culture in general shifts everything. And we are the current as long as we're going higher. We are the current as long as we're amplifying ourselves. The second we stop being ourselves and we dilute what we do, we take away from that current, and it's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Balance.
Like something that really inspired me is when is Nori and his platform. You know, when he started his platform, it's Drink Champs, drink, have a conversation, this, that. Really dope concept and idea. But he stuck to his guns and built that platform so unapologetically on how he's doing it, as far as like, we getting drunk, we smoking, but we having conversations. If he didn't build that platform, Kanye would have never had a platform to get on and speak the way he did a few weeks ago. Like, he couldn't do that on Good Morning America. He couldn't do that on even the Breakfast Club. He couldn't do it because it's owned by. So it's like, I think it's so important that we build these platforms so people like you, Kanye, could come and speak their mind how they want to.
That's facts. That's whole facts.
I think that's the power in it, because what they say is the media controls all of this. Like, the way that we think about politics, this, that, they decide what's on the forefront and what they want our minds on. So us having these platforms, I feel like it's a huge way we could change what's going on in this shit. Like, media and all that, and entertainment is not the most important thing in this shit, but the media does have the control. So like, do you see it like that? Like, even with Kanye going on that Drink Champs interview and really just like letting it all spill out and this and that, and like when people say things that we don't understand or don't make sense to us, we call it crazy automatically and shit like that. Just like how we did with ODB. You gotta
come from the culture to know.
Yeah,
it's the same thing with. It's the same. I would say it's the same way of having New York lingo and LA lingo. I know they're not the same. We're not. You know what I'm saying? We say dead ass. I'm pretty sure they won't. You got to understand the culture in order to be able to understand where that person's coming from. People around Kanye know what the fuck Kanye talking about. People who think like Kanye or have an understanding of what he's trying to say get a gist of what Kanye is talking about. But don't nobody really understand him unless they around him. What was your question again? My bad.
Just basically like the importance of building these black media platforms.
It's
Like,
vital.
and Kanye having the ability to go on a black media platform and
You know,
break down.
I mean, he had a chance. Kanye's a wild card. You can't really tell because he had a chance to speak like that when he was talking with Charlamagne.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He did when he spoke like that when he was with Sway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It came off in an irritated and irate form because they're undermining his process while he's going through it right at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like with people like Kanye, he's a stream of consciousness type of person. Like when he start going, he ain't gonna stop going. That's where his mind is at, and he's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep flowing.
Right.
And sometimes you just have to allow that space for certain people.
Yeah.
Graciously, Nori did that because that's the environment that we come from, like barbershop talk. You know what I mean? Like or just our parents you remember how our parents used to play spades at the table and they would be smoking and drinking, they'd be talking over each other, but they all know what the fuck going on. It's the same thing. Excuse me. So like I feel like that's where that come from. Like it's just understanding the culture and understanding the person that you're talking to in order to have that shift that you want.
Right.
Or
And at this point we just building and talking. I was watching this interview from my guy Rashad from Earning the Leisure, and he said
I love Earning Leisure.
One of the most fire podcasts.
Or
it's another black platform that they built from the ground up and now has the influence to teach us and guide us in the right directions.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying something about how, like, and this isn't for all things, but just on the business side.
Mm-hmm. Pardon me, by the way, my bad. I'm listening to you.
When a parent says to a child, stay in a kid's place or stay out of grown folks' business. And it's like, and only talk about the business side, not talk about like relationship stuff and all that, but if you keep a kid in that space to where he needs to stay out of grown folks' business, how will he ever know about grown up business?
Facts.
Like
I don't think it should be I think that it has to be taught so it's not grown folks' business. Mm-hmm. It's not a grown folks' business, it's a way of life. I mean, I feel like giving it that stigma of it being grown folks' business is what makes it grown folks' business, when it should just be taught as a way of life. It's not grown folks' business if you gotta wash your ass. That's just basics. Like you gotta learn hygiene, right? We have to learn how to do our taxes. We gotta learn what our credit score is like. We're not being taught those things, and I feel like the only reason why is because of the fact that as we get older, we're put that responsibility on us, and that's when it becomes grown folk shit. But there's kids who are 16, 17, even 13, 14 years old paying bills in the house,
right,
and taking care of the household. You know what I mean? And they're not even legal to go and work, you know what I mean? But they're still doing it. So is it technically grown folks' business? No. You just putting that standard on it because of I feel like it's a superiority complex. Like you just have a rule, you want to have rule over somebody because they're little.
Right, and that's you hit it right on the nail with that, right? Because like if we, and I'm saying because there's a lot of us that do, but like how in other communities or other cultures, the kids grow up knowing about taxes, LLCs, this, that, and that, or wanting to be this because the parents let them know. In this job, I make X amount a year. Like unless they know, like about the money and shit and stuff like that, like how much you could make a year if you was this or that, become a doctor or this, you won't really have the want to be that. It's like it's nothing wrong with our culture and a lot of us wanting to be entertainers, ball players, and it really don't go too far from that, but I think being exposed to these other things and knowing what comes with it is one of the keys to opening up our youth's mind to even want to go in that direction. What do you think of that? Like,
it's tough to say because I know people who comfortable with working a 9 to 5.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's okay with them, and it's all about the individual. You know what I mean? Like entrepreneurship could be taught, but it's not as it's got to be embodied. Because if you go into being an entrepreneur thinking, all right, I'm gonna make 15 million by the end of this year. Watch this. I'm not saying you can't be optimistic, but at the same time, the first fuck up you get, you gonna be discouraged. You're not gonna want to. I can't do this shit. I might as well. Let me get this. Let me go back over here working. And you creating these loops. So I feel like starting it off early, giving them. When I was younger, me and my friend, when we was in middle school, we would go to Price Chopper. I was at Hackett, and middle school and Price Chopper was right across the street from Hackett. So we would go across the street, buy mad candy, buy mad chips, and then we would sell them in school. And that is I feel like if my parents had sat me down and was like, look, here's $100 towards investing, go buy 6 packs of water, 6 packs of juice, and and broke it down to me, I'll probably be better with my money now. I'm be real. Or I would have an understanding on how to hustle better and being an entrepreneur. But sometimes people aren't even built to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if put it in the street term, you can't give everybody, you can't get everybody a pack and think that they're gonna come back with something. You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta ease it on certain people or ease that idea onto certain people so that way they have an understanding that is to their benefit, but it comes with a lot as opposed to just doing it and reaping the benefits. You gotta goes back to you gotta understand taxes, because at the end of the year you gotta put that in to, you know what I mean? So that way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Completely understand what you're saying.
yeah. People got to understand how to work a business before they start a business. And I feel like since COVID started, people just started doing businesses because it's cool to say, I got a business. They don't really understand the concept. Shit, I don't even know too much about owning a business. But I understand that it comes with fuck-ups and downfalls and messing my money up. You know what I mean? But I also feel like there has to be a certain type of determination and ambition when it comes to owning. You know what I mean? Ownership.
Just on some current events, Virgil. We just lost Virgil, a great black man in our community that was doing what he does on the highest level. Let's just talk about his passing and the impact you think he made on his culture and just, you know.
I'm keeping it a beam, bro. I don't know too much about the man. I just know that he ran Off-White. He had a collaboration with Louis Vuitton.
He was the head of Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. Which is even more powerful. Yeah. Him and Kanye were in cahoots. I don't know too much about the man. I haven't bought too much of the clothing. I haven't studied the brand, but he was a black man. He was powerful, and he had an impact on the culture. He had an impact on fashion, and he inspired a lot of people, especially from our city, I'm pretty sure. And you know, death is inevitable, and I feel like the way he lived should be how we should all live. He lived fearlessly. You know what I mean? He knew, that's the thing, is that we don't know about the struggles that they deal with outside of what they tell us. You know what I mean? So how he moved and how he lived is how people with a dream should live. Is live fearlessly and live authentically through how they want to be. You know what I mean? So, yeah, rest in peace to that man. Rest in power, man.
I heard earlier in the interview you said you were inspired by Wu-Tang a lot. Did you watch the Wu-Tang series?
I can't. I tried to, but the dude who played RZA
looks nothing like her, right?
He don't look like him, and I can't get into his. Excuse me. I can't get into his method of acting.
Okay.
So like, you know, I try to watch I'll try again. I'll try to get back into it. But yeah, Wu-Tang definitely had an influence. My pops and my uncles used to listen to a lot of that. That's where all the God Body God, all that came from.
Yep.
My mom said whenever my uncle would come to pull up, he would play Cream, and I'll be at the doorstep in my diaper like this. So like, yeah, nah, they had definitely had an impact on my life.
Right.
Only Built for Cuban Links is definitely probably one of the best projects to come from them. A lot of people would disagree, although Raekwon was the one who had it, but like offspring of Wu-Tang, that I feel like that's one of the greatest projects that came from that, the Purple Tape. And Method has always been an ill MC.
Yeah.
Jizza always breaking it down, mathematics. RZA unorthodox as hell, but you just like you can't help but to fuck with him because of how unorthodox he is and how he creatively puts those beats together. Ghostface always like he remind me of like I ain't gonna, oh man, people probably gonna kill me for saying this shit. He remind me sorta of a West Side Gun only because of the fashion and the amount, like the jewelry. He a fly ass dude. And he brat like he talked that shit the same way I feel like West Side talked that shit to a degree. People going, no motherfuckers gonna kill me.
Because a lot of people, I've heard that and I see that as soon as you said it. Like, it took me to recently to like notice it again when I seen Ghostface on that Drink Champs interview. I'm like, this dude, every time I see him, it's just fly
OD,
as hell.
big ass.
It's the Eagles, like
fly as hell.
The Wallies, like he has his own identity about him and just a fly dude.
Or born.
And just to finish it off, catalog. When this is all said and done, not what kind of songs you want in there, anything specific, but what do you want when people go to your Spotify, people go to your Tidal catalog, your Spotify catalog, what do you want your catalog to say as a whole to people? If they listen to it from song number 1 to the last song in your catalog, what do you want that catalog to, what messages do you want that to get across?
First, evolution is inevitable. We always gonna grow. We always gonna learn. We always gonna fail. We always going to prosper. It's like you can't stop those. I don't think those things are ever going to stop as long as you're able to keep pushing forward. Versatility. I don't make the same song over and over and over and over again. I don't make the same album over and over and over again. So every time you will hear something from me, it's going to be different from what you heard the last time. Authenticity. I'm always going to be myself. I'm always going to find the right people who are within their own space of being themselves to be on my project. Creativity. Like, I'm always going to create an atmosphere. I'm always going to make sure that I'm bringing you somewhere. I'm not about to just maybe one day I'll focus on just making like a whole album of just like hits, but I don't think that's something that I want to do. But maybe one day, maybe I'll think about just doing stuff like that. I mean, that's all I can say right now.
Just what made me think of that is think about the verses battles and stuff like that. And these people get to their verses and they're like, I wonder if they think that, like, I wish I made a song like this, or I wish I made a song like that, where that speaks to people like this. Like,
yeah,
we're gonna get to a point in the future where you're a renowned artist and somebody, yo, Swiss, you wanna Swiss hit you up like, yo, we want you to go against this person, that guy. It's like,
and I'll have a catalog to go. I'll have a certain catalog to be able to go against whatever this person's got. Like, I'm gonna make punk rock albums, bro.
Why not?
Bro, I'm gonna paint my nails black. I'm gonna paint. Nah, I don't know, man. I want to live. I want to have fun, and I want to have fun evolving. Because even though it's a painful process to get into where you want to be, it doesn't always have to be dark and gloomy. You know what I mean? And like, I have a problem with being pessimistic, and like I'm always like, people don't fuck with me. People don't like my shit. But I'll go out and it'd be like 20 people like, yo, this shit is so fire, bro. Like, but you know what I'm saying? So like, I want people to see me evolve and grow into the person that they're hearing, because I don't feel that way sometimes. You know what I mean? So just having fun with evolution.
Dope, bro. Yo, I thank you for sitting down with me.
Thank you. Hold on, can I give shout outs?
Yeah, of course.
Shout out to Pesci. Shout out to Knuckles Brim. Shout out to Juma. Shout out to my fiance. I love you. You probably gonna, you know what I'm saying? You definitely gonna see this. Shout out to motherfucking Marcel. Shout out to Veli Vel. Shout out to motherfucking my mom. Shout out to them car boys that's up the block. That's my pop shit. Go buy a car. Income tax season is coming. Go cop up. Get you a V. You're going to be cold. Trust me. Get you a car. Shout out to RapDillz. That's the bro. Shout out to who I'm forgetting so nobody be mad at me. Shout out to Snug. That's the team. Shout out to my team out in Troy. Shout out to Albany Snug. Shout out to DJ Hollywood. Shout out to OD. Shout out to Craig, always showing love. Shout out to me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm existing, I'm here. I'm a real life NFT. Get with me. Nah.
That's all. Bro. Real life NFT.
Word.
Physical, that's fire, bro. This just the first of many.
Yeah, word.
We gotta keep this going, man. We gotta stay locked in.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta lock in on some videos, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I got one for you. I'm gonna need your help. I already got the concept of how I want to do it.
Okay.
But like, I'm gonna let you hear this shit.
Yes, sir.
I think you're gonna fuck with it.
Yes, sir. To close it out, I can get where people can find you, and this is a RapDillz exclusive.
You can find me on Instagram at Ohzhe. You can find me on Twitter at MacTub at Ohzhe. OHZHE. My bad for the people who don't know. Yeah.
One more time.
OHZHE. A lot of people spell it OHZE when it's not that. It's OHZHE. Can you like put the words? Yeah. That's how you spell it. And you can find me on YouTube. You can type me up on YouTube, OHZHE. You can find me on Spotify. I'm everywhere with it. And listen to Growth 2, to the people who trying to, you know, find themselves, healing, all of that shadow work shit. That's what that album is about, in case you aren't aware of it. I'm promoting that heavy because that's the only album y'all getting from me right now. Don't ask for no projects. You're getting singles, and I'm gonna keep promoting Growth 2. Growth 2 is out now. Do the little like Growth 2 thing too. Growth 2 is out now. And we're gonna keep creating. Me and RapDillz about to lock in, bro. Fucking your head up 2022.
Looks like when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks like when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks, nigga, when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks, nigga, when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks when you turn the pain into power. This is how it looks, yeah, when you turn the pain into power. Look, this is how it looks when you turn the pain into power. You turn all the thunder and the rain to the showers. On that chase, mind racing off the sour. The nerve of these cowards ain't no claiming was ours. On a full-time shift.
RapDillz pills and exclusive, come slide.